Your High Desert Sports Report presents the best of 2024. Championships come in assorted flavors. A school's first championship in a certain sport is certainly significant. CIF championships, definitely noteworthy, and particularly a CIF championship following a winless season the year before. That was the case for the Victor Valley Lady Jackrabbits CIF Volleyball champions and the Silverado Hawks CIF football champions. Both of these teams bounced back from winless seasons in 2023 to become CIF champions in 2024. Coach Kieran Jones's Silverado Hawks are CIF Division 10 football champions. Jace Weiss threw 4 scoring passes to lead the Hawks to the first CIF football championship in school history, beating St. Anthony 30-14 in Long Beach. The senior quarterback hit senior wide receiver Jamari Tharp with TD passes of 57 and 12 yards. Junior Jaden Pauling and senior Sire Foster caught the other scoring passes. The Hawks responded to St. Anthony scoring on their game-opening possession by running off 16 unanswered points. And from that point on, the Hawks defense shut down the potent Saints offense the rest of the way. Nico White, 9, had 2 fumble recoveries to halt Saints drives at key points in the contest. The sophomore linebacker was named Defensive Player of the Game. Ezekiel Asensio, 99, the team's tackles leader on the year, had 10 tackles, 4 solo, in the title game. The road to the championship was marked by many an obstacle from the start of the year. Silverado finished 3rd in the Desert Sky League and only made it into the postseason thanks to being an at-large selection. But from there on out, the Hawks were a high-scoring force to be reckoned with. Wins over Linfield Christian, Chino, and South Pasadena. Jace Weiss had thrown 12 touchdown passes in the playoffs coming into the championship game. Silverado becomes the 6th High Desert team to be CIF champions, 7th if you count Burroughs as High Desert. Previous winners, Barstow way back in 1969, Serrano in 2004 and 2021. Burroughs was 2005. The 2015 Oak Hills Bulldogs, and 2018 Adelanto Saints. The Serrano Diamondbacks fell short in trying for that school's 3rd CIF title, losing 38-19 to St. Pius St. Matthias Academy in Downey in the Division 6 championship game. The Oak Hills Lady Bulldogs are CIF Volleyball champions. The Lady Bulldogs swept Walnut in straight sets in the Division 6 title game to win the first CIF Volleyball championship in school history. Repeated hard-driving spikes by seniors Kiona Soaida, 7, and Jalea Reese, 3, were frequently preceded by extraordinary defensive plays. Junior Savannah Rivera serves, and what we see follow is a prime example of the teamwork and discipline that characterizes this team. Watch for the diving dig by sophomore Sami Samaya, 14. Sami Samaya is the team's assists leader. She sends it to Taylor Hill, 9, who sets up the perfect assist to the school's all-time kills leader. Kiona Soaida adds to her 1,533 career kills coming in. Savannah Rivera serves. The dig by senior Ellie Nifo, 12, precedes the point off Kiona Soaida's well-placed return. Kiona Soaida serves and digs. She leads the team in digs. Junior Isabella Mota, 5, slams the spike into the unprotected area in Walnut's defense. This Jalea Reese block point by the team's blocks leader sends the Lady Bulldogs to the huddle, and Coach Michael Bastida and his assistants as Walnut calls a timeout to try and interrupt the Oak Hills momentum. In this sequence, Kayla Hill serves, the long volley ensues. 12 is Ellie Nefo, a senior, to Isabella Mota, who sets it up for Kiona Soaita. It comes back over to Ellie Nefo, who sends it to Kayla Hill. Kiona Soaita has reloaded and unloads an emphatic kill. Kiona Soaita was named CIF Southern Section Player of the Year. Her teammates, Jalea Reese and Ellie Nefo, received all CIF Southern Section Division 6 honors, while Michael Bastida was named Coach of the Year. Hesperia Christians softball ladies are CIF champions. The Lady Patriots defeated Harupa Valley 8-7 to win the CIF Division 8 title game. Freshman Sophie Anderson scampered home on a wild pitch to score the game-winning run in the thrilling come-from-behind bottom-of-the-seventh-inning rally that earned Hesperia Christian the first CIF softball championship in school history. Harupa Valley had gone ahead 7-6 in the top of the seventh. Sophomore Eden Skinner led off the bottom of the seventh with a single and came around to score the tying run. Eden Skinner went 3 for 4, scored 2 runs, and stole 2 bases to lead Lady Patriots hitters in the title game. Fellow sophomore Haley Hoffman went 2 for 3, drove in a run, and scored a run in the title game. Sophomore Alice Vanderweddy also had a multiple hit game with 2 hits and 2 runs scored. Macy Pierakowski earned the win. The senior struck out 5. Only 2 of Harupa Valley's 7 runs were earned runs. One of the top success stories of 2024 is that of the Apple Valley Lady Sun Devils soccer team, the school's first girls soccer team to be league champions, and they go on to capture the CIF Division III championship. Led by Jaden Bechtel, goes on to be named CIF Division III Player of the Year after the Lady Sun Devils win the CIF title. The Adelanto Saints basketball team won the CIF 5AA championship. It's the first ever girls championship for any Adelanto High School sports team. The Lady Saints went on to capture the CIF Southern Section title. Nina Lacey was named CIF Southern Section Player of the Year. Shutouts prevail in the final round of regular season games for MRL and DSL teams. All 3 Mojave River League winners blanked their opponents. And in the DSL matchup for second place, the Victor Valley Jackrabbits edged Silverado, blanking the Hawks 7-0, while Barstow runs the table against DSL opponents. Oak Hills took their version of running the table quite farther. The Bulldogs go undefeated in regular season play a second year in a row. In fact, Coach Robert Metzger has not lost a league game in his 4 seasons leading the Bulldogs. The 49-0 shutout at Burroughs, the 20th consecutive victory in league play. 7 Bulldogs scored, led by Carson Cox, whose 223 yards on the night included touchdowns from 75, 20, and 17 yards. Jacob Webster connected with LeMason Waller on a 40-yard scoring play. Bulldogs go on to dominate the All-MRL team. Oak Hills running back Carson Cox and linebacker Jacob Macias are Mojave River League Players of the Year, heading up the list of 14 Bulldogs named to the 2024 All-MRL First Team. For Carson Cox, it is a return engagement. The 6-foot, 195-pound UCLA-bound senior was MRL Offensive Player of the Year last year. He's a three-peat first-team All-League selection, All-CIF his junior year as well. Nevada Wolfpack-bound O-lineman Joseph James, 74, and Johnny Notariani, 65, 6'3", 290 junior, earned first-team All-MRL honors. All-MRL quarterback Jacob Webster, the 6'3", 185-pound junior, threw for 1,583 yards and 20 touchdowns. This one to All-League selection Royalton Allen. The Mason Waller is a repeat first-team All-MRL wide receiver. Defensive Player of the Year Jacob Macias, 20, team leader in tackles. Kyler Peters is the All-Mojave River League kicker. Kyler Peters is 6th Bulldog who earned a scholarship to attend a Division I university. He will kick next at San Diego State. Back in the day, way back when I began radio broadcasting as a 14-year-old in 1960, EBS stood for one thing only: Emergency Broadcast System. But 20 years into the 21st century, in covering local sports, EBS came to stand for Ebony Blacksmith, Silverado Ladyhawk standout turned Victor Valley College All-Conference scoring leader, who led the Lady Rams to the conference championship in 2024. Victor Valley College Conference champions. Ebony Blacksmith sends the Lady Rams into overtime and scores 6 of her 29 points in overtime as the Lady Rams ride an incredible fourth-quarter comeback, send the game into OT, and proceed to succeed in wresting from Mount San Jacinto the conference crown. The consensus Conference Player of the Year puts it all in perspective.
It means a lot. We worked for this all season. We had our ups and downs, and just to come out on top in a very intense moment, everything on the line, we really pulled through as a team, and it showed heart.
It is a must-win situation for VVC. Mount San Jacinto comes in alone in first place in the conference, winners of their 9 previous conference contests, including a 79-64 home court victory over Victor Valley College 3 weeks earlier. The opening sequence, Tania Johnson gets the tip to Ebony Blacksmith, who drives and scores the first points of the game. The Lady Rams will not lead again until they score first in overtime. To say the victory was hard-fought is a gross understatement. VVC has to fight for nearly every basket they score. Mount San Jacinto defenders are rough, aggressive, and physical. This contributes to the Lady Rams' lowest points total in the first half of any game this season. Moriah Burley hits the 3 to end VVC scoring in the first quarter, the Lady Rams' lowest scoring first quarter of the season. Mount San Jacinto leads 16-11 after the first 10 minutes of play. The scoring output worsens. In the second quarter, Angelia Tuimawaluga comes off the bench to score back-to-back baskets, 4 of only 8 points scored by the Lady Rams in the second quarter, their lowest scoring quarter of the year. While the Lady Rams' shooting percentage from the free throw line is subpar from the start, the glass half full perspective prevails. It is largely free throws made that sustain the first half effort to stay close. That and defensive gems like this blocked shot by Aaliyah Wright at the end of the second quarter. This is one of 12 blocked shots by the Lady Rams. They lead all SCIAA teams in blocked shots on the year, SCIAA being Southern California Intercollegiate Athletic Association. Mount San Jacinto has mounted a 27-19 lead at halftime. Ebony Blacksmith hits from outside. Caroline Ellison's baseline drive shot goes. The teams play practically to a stalemate scoring-wise in the third quarter. VVC actually outscoring the visitors 20-19 after scoring a grand total of 19 points in the entire first half. Ebony Blacksmith's putback goes. A technical foul is called on VVC's coach, and the third quarter ends with the Lady Rams trailing by 7, 46-39. Fourth quarter, Tania Johnson pulls down the rebound to Aaliyah Wright across midcourt and to Moriah Burley, whose three brings VVC within 4, 46-42. This is absolutely crunch time. Moriah Burley comes up with the rebound. The Lady Rams down by 4, coming off that 20-point third quarter. Working the ball around the perimeter, Mount San Jacinto sticking with their man-to-man defense. If that sounds politically incorrect, the blame falls on old-school terminology. Moriah Burley's drive shot is rebounded by Tania Johnson, whose basket brings the Lady Rams within 2, 46-44, with 7:22 showing on the clock. The visiting Lady Eagles rebuild the lead to 4. Caroline Allison fires the assist to Ebony Blacksmith, who cuts Mount San Jack's lead back down to 2, 48-46. The visitors have now mounted a 6-point lead when Ebony Blacksmith beats the shot clock with the critical clutch three-pointer. It is 53-50 Mount San Jacinto with 5 minutes remaining in regulation play. When you see this next sequence, understand the Lady Rams could not buy an offensive rebound the first half. Mount San Jacinto back up by 5. 5'9", Caroline Ellison is there to rebound the misfire and follow her own shot with another rebound, and VVC is back within 3, 55-52. 3:45 on the fourth quarter clock. But the visitors build their lead back up to 5 with just under 2 minutes to go. Tania Johnson hits both of these from the free throw line. The 6'2" freshman seemingly immune to the pressure, unfazed by the circumstances. VVC down by 3, 57-54, a minute 46 to go in quarter number 4. Ebony Blacksmith is not surprised by her team's ability to keep their composure and execute under duress.
I think we were just all locked in. No matter what the score was, we play like this every time in practice. We're always down in situations like this, so this was something we were used to. So I feel like we were just locked in. There was no tension. We just knew what to do.
Now 6 seconds to play. Lady Rams down by 4. Tania Johnson once more scoring with the clock stopped, so crucial in the comeback. Still VVC trails by 2. Those 6 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. The Lady Rams foul intentionally. 5 seconds on the clock. Mount San Jacinto's leading scorer misses both free throws. Ebony Blacksmith with one of her 16 rebounds. Timeout. 4 seconds on the clock. Lady Rams down by 2. Caroline Ellison inbounds to Ebony Blacksmith. Turnaround jumper. It goes, and we go into overtime.
Undescribable, man. I'm just glad I was able to lead my team to overtime, and we come out with the win.
Moriah Burley's overtime free throw gives the Lady Rams their first lead since making the first basket of the game. Moriah Burley finishes with 10 points, one of 3 VVC ladies in double figures. Ebony Blacksmith takes the Aaliyah Wright entry pass and scores. It's 62-59. Ebony Blacksmith, the offensive rebound, and the Lady Rams have scored the first 5 points of the 5-minute overtime period. It is 64-59 with 2:48 to play. Tania Johnson's free throw makes it 65-61, 11 points scored for Tania Johnson, whose double-double includes 10 rebounds and 5 blocked shots. Ebony Blacksmith's drive shot puts it out of reach, 67-63, with just over a minute left to play. The final VVC points come from the free throw line, and we watch the final 22 seconds play out. The final score, Victor Valley College Conference Champions Lady Rams 69, Mount San Jacinto 64. The conference championship is the second in the past 3 seasons for Coach Troy Hall and Victor Valley College. The VVC ladies have a home game Wednesday in the first round of the California Community College Athletic Association playoffs. This Victor Valley College Sports Report is presented by the Bradco Companies, Joseph W. Brady's Bradco Companies, the High Desert Mojave River Valley's longest-standing full-service commercial brokerage firm. Bradco, ardent supporters of the team's athletes and sports programs at Victor Valley College. Coach David Slover's Victor Valley College Rams play for the conference championship. After starting 0-5, what turned things around? What's got you and your team here?
You know, the reality is I think we started with a really young squad, a lot of freshman heavy, and that's kind of something that goes with, you know, a first-year head coach last year in the program and building recruiting bases. And now, you know, after the bye week, we have freshmen that have played 5 games. They're no longer freshmen. They're college experienced players, and that's been big for us. And I think that's part of the reason we've kind of turned around and had success in the second half of the season.
The defense gets the Rams off to a great start against Chaffee in the championship game. Holden Eames jumps the route and sprints to a pick 6 on Chaffee's opening series of the game.
Tried to run two hitches in a go, 2 hitches in a row, and I took one to the house. You're on VVC.
This Seth Burbine to Don Henry scoring play, the Rams' second touchdown. Seth Burbine's pitch is perfectly thrown. Don Henry tells what he told his quarterback where he wanted the pass to be thrown.
I seen the corner playing inside, 7 yards off, so I told my quarterback, I looked at my quarterback and told him to throw a back shoulder. And he threw me a back shoulder for a touchdown.
Congratulations. The 6'2", 180-pound first-year Ram and former Hesperia Scorpion led Rams receivers with 4 receptions this game, the longest, 38 yards to the 1. But a big factor in VVC's inability to outscore the Panthers became they could not score touchdowns in shortest yardage situations in the red zone. The Rams' third touchdown comes on Latavian Lipscomb's brilliant 95-yard kickoff return, putting VVC ahead 24-21 late in the second quarter. But Chaffee answered with 2 quick touchdowns, and the Rams trailed 34-25 at the half. The final score would be 44-27. Disappointing as the outcome would be to the Rams and their fans, that result does not diminish the remarkable success the young VVC team attained. Co-champions of the Metro Conference, winners of 4 of their last 5 games. Heartiest congratulations to Coach David Slover and his staff, leading the Victor Valley College football Rams to their first conference championship since 2014, a fitting christening of the new Ram Stadium on the Victor Valley College campus. Victor Valley College Rams all-conference linebacker Andrew Almos, 27, now adds All-State to his postseason honors and awards. The 6'2", 215-pound Andrew Almos was named All-California First Team Defense. He was the American Metro Conference Defensive Most Valuable Player. The former Silverado Hawk was the tackles leader for the 2024 Conference co-champion Rams his sophomore season. Let's back the highlights reel up to a segment from the report on the Rams' victory at College of the Desert, as it contains an interview with the team's co-captain. Andrew Almos, 27, is 4th in the state in tackles in conference games. The sophomore linebacker was averaging 9 tackles a game. Going into the College of the Desert game, he registered 11 more tackles in that last outing. The former Silverado Hawk is well aware of his importance as a leader on this year's very young Rams team. How would you define or describe what is your role on this team?
My role in this team is to be a leader and a role model, kind of for the younger kids. They can look onto me and know what needs to be done for us to win.
You faced a lot of adversity. You had to overcome an injury early in the season. What motivates you? What helps you get through the tough times?
I would say the team, we all love each other. We're a huge family. So with everyone always motivating me, making me try to be the best as I can, makes me want to come back stronger and faster.
At the time the announcement was made of his all-state honor, Andrew Olmos was undecided where he would play next on the collegiate level. Regarding scholarship offers, he may well benefit from the announcement that junior college athletes that play 2 years at the community college level are now eligible for 4 seasons at a university or 4-year college program, a rule change certain to attract high school graduates to a community college program to begin their collegiate career. Top stories of 2024, the Micah Moyer legacy is one of my video sports all-time favorite story. Not just 2024, the life of the 17-year-old baseball, soccer, and volleyball player at the Academy of Academic Excellence in Apple Valley was taken from us as the result of an automobile accident May 25th. One day earlier, Micah Moyer received the AAE Knights Baseball Awards for Clutch Player and Gutsy Player, attributing to his qualities that inspired his teammates. A fundraising memorial baseball game demonstrated the love and high regard for Micah Moyer held by his teammates and the entire AAE community as well. A commemorative patch was worn on the sleeve of every High Desert Youth Soccer League player in memory of Micah Moyer and his mother Cheryl, who also perished in the fatal car accident. When volleyball season began for the Knights in the fall, volleyball players' warm-ups continued paying tribute to their fallen teammate. They vowed to settle for nothing less than an Inland Coast League championship, as they proclaimed, "This season is for Micah." They not only finished with a perfect undefeated record, but lost only 2 sets all season. When the final point was secured, the players took the trophy and put Micah's jersey over it. His jersey traveled with them to every game and hung behind their bench all season. Then they did something that brought the entire gym to tears. They found Micah's dad, Chris, in the stands and presented him the jersey-draped trophy. This was the Academy for Academic Excellence first boys volleyball league championship ever, a season they'll never forget, a perfect tribute to their teammate and brother. When the championship banner was ordered, Micah Moyer's name was included, right next to his teammates, right where the team knew it belongs. This is the last picture of Micah, taken by his mother, Cheryl. Micah is reading a devotional to his mother before going to bed. This is a note written by Micah shortly before the fatal car accident. Chris Moyer related that this note was found inside the wreckage of Cheryl's car after it had been struck, rolled multiple times, had all the windows blown out, after it was towed 25 miles to Victorville for storage, and after it had sat for over 2 weeks in the summer heat and wind. It is in Micah's handwriting. Micah Moyer's story, his legacy, if you will, transcends that of a high school athlete so loved by his teammates that he inspired them to achieve unprecedented success. He wore his faith on his sleeve, his baseball glove in his case. He was a very talented baseball player, gifted with above-average speed, a leadoff hitter that led his team and the league in 5 offensive categories: batting average, on-base percentage, hits, stolen bases, and runs scored. He loved baseball. It was his favorite sport. His favorite team, the Angels. His story does not help understand why do tragic things happen to good people, but the tributes to his character, his faith, his leadership, and the examples he set definitely serves as a feel-good story in 2024 and for the ages. Thank you for being with us on this special edition of your High Desert Sports Report, the best of 2024. We wish you all the best in 2025.